welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi Rook. If you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to ring the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I do upload a video. First off, this makeup today is in a video. It is my Sugar Plum Fairy inspired makeup. I will have that video up in a couple of days, but I wanted to hop in with this video today. What I'm going to be doing is going over my favorite winter eyeshadow palettes. This morning, I was looking at my eyeshadow palettes, just kind of pulling them out, playing with them. It definitely inspired this makeup look, and I wanted to just talk about all of my absolute favorite winter palettes for all the different reasons, do some swatches of my favorite colors, and just play with eyeshadow. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy watching, then go ahead and keep watching. In winter and fall, I definitely wear a lot more eyeshadow than I do in spring and summer. I love really pulling out the super cool and unique kind of color stories. I go for one of like 3 or 4 different types of looks. So I love like super shiny, bright colors, blues, purples, icy, snowman-y type looks. I also really love some wintry pastel colors. I love Christmas, like red and gold and silver metallics, like the typical Christmas looks. I also really love a dark, glittery, smoky party look. So these palettes definitely cover all of those bases. I love every single one of these palettes very much. So let's go ahead and start talking about the palettes, and I will do some swatching for you. One of the palettes I used for today's look is the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. I really love blues during the winter. This one has every single blue you could ever need. I love Jeffree Star's formula. It just works so well. Super blendable, very creamy. The metallics are gorgeous. I really love this palette because it has beautiful transition colors and some neutrals that can help you blend, but then it has all the most gorgeous blues that you could possibly need. This one is one of my favorites and has been for a really long time. One of my favorite inner corner highlights is this color and this color blended together. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch some of these. This is a Crystal Flesh. This is a really gorgeous neutral color. And then I will do Ice Tray. Super pretty blue color. And then Ocean Ice. Oh, this is gorgeous. There you go. That one is just incredible. I love blues during the winter. I like to do like those icicle-y, kind of snowflakey type looks. I love having this palette in my collection, and it's definitely one that I pull out a lot more during the winter than I do any other time of the year. And then hopping onto a completely different spectrum of eyeshadows, this is the Melt Cosmetics Mary Jane. This is an incredibly gorgeous, neutral, dark, smoky, grungy eyeshadow palette. Perfect for Christmas party makeup or a really gorgeous, heavy, dark, smoky eye. I love this palette so much. I love that all of them kind of lean a little bit more green. I love green eyeshadows so much. So here is, let's see, Mary Jane. It's a little bit more sheer, more of kind of an eyeshadow topper. This one is Sweet Lucy. It's so freaking beautiful. And then this one right here, that is just gorgeous. That one is called Bam Bam. So these are really great taupey, greeny, smoky colors. I also really love the mattes in this palette. They're so nice and creamy. If you've never used Melt Cosmetics, I really like their formula. Super pigmented. You definitely have to be careful with these ones because they can be just a little bit almost too pigmented, but I really love the formula, and I really love this palette for a dark, smoky, grungy look. And again, a completely opposite side of the spectrum. This is the See You Never by Poppie Cosmetics palette. Some reason this palette just screams winter to me. I bought it last winter. Something about this palette just reminds me of pastel, Candyland, Christmas type theme. I'm not really sure why. I'll go ahead and swatch some of these colors. They're just beautiful. I mean, I've definitely used this during the spring, but for some reason, just winter is when I want to use this palette the absolute most. Those two right there are super beautiful. Really like this one as well. It's a very sheer kind of pinky purple. I'll go and swatch all of those. How fantastically beautiful. None of these palettes are super similar. They all do definitely function for a specific type of look. So whatever I'm feeling, I know exactly what to grab for. Talking about dark, smoky, glittery, glamoury eyes, this is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Cremated palette. So this is a gradient palette from white to gray to black. It has the most incredibly intense metallics in this palette. The mattes, a lot of them do kind of blend out to look a lot alike, so I kind of wish it was a smaller palette with maybe a few less of these like gray tones because they all kind of look a lot alike, but I'm not complaining because the metallics in this palette are phenomenal. So here are some of the metallics. Just super beautiful. That black one is absolutely gorgeous. I wanted to move you in just a little bit further so you can actually see the colors as I swatch them. So here is another one that's just fantastic, super gorgeous. This one's also really pretty. They're all just fantastic colors. So if you are needing like a black, gray, gradient, dark palette, this is a fantastic one. I really, like I said, I've really loved his formula for a long time, and this is something I'm really glad I did pick up. The Made by Mitchelle Feet on the Ground might not be everyone's ideal winter palette, but I love this palette so much. This blue is so beautiful. The greens, I did just do a green look. I will have pictures pop up on the screen of me using these different palettes. I did just do this green look the other day, and I thought it was gorgeous. Definitely screamed Christmas because I threw on a red lip with it. So this is fantastic. Green eyeshadows are my favorite eyeshadow colors to wear ever, like bar none. My favorite color to wear on my eyes are green. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch some of these green colors. So beautiful, just absolutely stunning. Here is another one. I love that this one comes with pretty much every green you could ever need. I also really love all of these matte neutral transition colors. This palette is fantastic. I grab it year round, but I've definitely been getting into it a lot more fall and winter time. One palette that maybe wouldn't scream winter to you, but definitely does to me, is the Black Moon Cosmetics. This is the Urban Myth palette. These metallics are everything you could ever need for winter. Straight up. The blue, the purple, I could have used those for today. I could have used this palette really for today's look altogether. But these are gorgeous. Red color, the silver color, so beautiful. I will go ahead and swatch all of the metallics. The metallics in this palette are a little different. There are some that are a bit more flaky and have a little heavier glitter. And then there are some that are just a lot more thin and more of a light metallic kind of topper. I just love every single color in this palette. They are just stunning. So there is that red. That red was one swipe, super pigmented. The blues and the purples, the green and the silver are definitely more glittery. This blue and purple are more toppers. Super stunning. That red is just an intense metallic. I really like this palette. This is definitely one of my top favorite palettes of all times, and I really love pulling it out for winter and for fall. Those mattes, I really cannot say enough good things about this palette. It's just stunning. It's one of my favorite in my collection. I absolutely love it. So next, let's talk about a palette. I'm sure you're not surprised. I have talked about this a couple times. I have a dedicated video to this palette. This is the new BH Cosmetics Lit List palette. This is stunning. This is one of the most beautiful palettes. It has definitely jumped up into my top 5 to 10 favorite palettes. I love this palette so much. I am using the majority of these colors on my lid. I have all 3 of these blues. I have this purple right there. I have done 3 or 4 palettes. This is so inspiring. This makes me want to throw every single color onto my lids. It's absolutely stunning. I'm going to go ahead and do some swatch of some of them. I just think this is such a unique, special palette. I love BH Cosmetics holiday releases. They've hit it out of the park every single year. Last year's was really great. I loved that one. This one is a fantastic addition to that one. I love playing with both of them together. There are just a few of the metallics. They're so gorgeous. I really love the formula. They blend really well. They're inexpensive. I really think this palette is definitely worth it. I hate that it's limited edition. I understand it's like a holiday theme, but I could see myself using this palette year round. There's just colors in here for any occasion ever. And then these neutral everyday metallics are stunning. Like if I had like this whole 2 rows in one palette, beautiful. There's some beautiful mauves. I love the bottom row. That's a gorgeous smoky taupey eye. I love these pinks. They're stunning. This one is absolutely, like, I'll show you. It's just super blinding and gorgeous. I like this red glitter. I have used that in a look. I can go ahead and have that picture up below. Super pigmented. Like, you get a ton. I barely put my finger in there. So these are just beautiful. I really love, oh, I love this color too. That one is stunning. So this is my favorite palette so far of the year. It's just gorgeous, and I've really been enjoying using it. That one is probably one of my most used as a recent palettes because it's so new to my collection. I've wanted to get use out of it. But these are all of the most beautiful winter eyeshadow palettes that I have used, loved, and enjoyed. Super inspiring for any type of look I could possibly need for the winter holiday season. So I hope this video was enjoyable to watch, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye, guys!